What's happening today, Dad?
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of Chef Suda's Kitchen. Today we're gonna cook tandoori lamb chops or a tandoori lamb cutlet. So we got some nice lamb cutlets from Sydney last night. So I'm gonna show how we marinate in tandoori marination and how we're gonna cook on our cast iron hot plate. So let me show you what we need today. So this is a lamb cutlet we sourced from Sydney last night. So this is as you can see, it's a nice French style lamb cutlet, and we need salt, ginger and garlic paste. We need Kashmiri chili powder, cumin powder, turmeric powder, coriander, and the tandoori herb. This is a dried fenugreek leaves called as Kasuri Methi in India, and we also have the hung yogurt. This is so a couple of tablespoons of yogurt. Put on a strainer so that you can get all the excess liquid out of the yogurt. So that the marination is nice, thick and creamy and coats nicely on the meat. So make sure you put the yogurt on the strainer at least for an hour to 90 minutes. So let's start the marination, and forgot to tell you, this is a tandoori food color. It's an optional. If you don't like any artificial color on your food, you can skip it completely, but it's your choice. So let's start. First take a bowl, put in your yogurt, start with turmeric, a quarter of a teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder, because you are using yogurt, so otherwise it will be very, very bland. Half a teaspoon of cumin powder and 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, salt, and this is 15 grams of ginger and 15 grams of garlic. So they both are blended and made into a paste that goes in. And this is the herb we use for the tandoori marination. This is Kasuri Methi. For this one, you always put on your hand and you have to rub it so it goes like a tiny dust, and then you put on that. And today I'm going to use a little bit of color just to look nicer. So this is a pinch of tandoori food color. It's like an orange red that goes in. So now you take a spoon, give a nice mix.
How much yogurt have you used?
2 tablespoons. And we also need to add a splash of lemon. As you can see, the marination is like really nice, thick. Hold your spoon. It has to be really thick, not runny. If you don't hang your yogurt on a strainer, it will be very runny. So now the lamb chop goes in. Make sure you coat the marinade on both the sides. Now you can see the spices are rubbed all over the lamb cutlet, and you leave it out on the bench for like 30 minutes if you are cooking straight it, or if you are cooking it for tomorrow, you can wrap and keep them in the fridge for night, 6 hours, whenever you wanted to. So that at least you should have 1 hour of marination time, so that the spices, everything goes inside the meat, and so the meat also gets nice and tender. The yogurt and the lemon is a natural tenderizer, will keep your meat nice and juicy. So we'll come back after 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Hi, welcome back. Now it's been like 30 minutes, and the lamb is ready to grill. So now you can see I have used a cast iron pan. You can use a barbecue or you can use an air fryer. It's up to your choice. So I like to be cooked on a cast iron pan just for the color and the flavor. So the pan is nice and hot. So we're gonna drizzle some olive oil on the top, and we're gonna lay the meat. First thing, we're gonna put the meat, the fat side facing down. The reason we want the fat to get nice and render. So the fat takes a time to get cooked. So you put the fat side first before you put the meat on a flat side. And a bit of oil on the top. And if you got some marinade left, what you can do, you can add some cooked potatoes, just mix it up and put it in the air fryer at 200 degrees for 7 to 8 minutes. So you get a crispy chat potatoes with some leftover tandoori marinade. So don't waste this. So it's a good one. You can use it as on your potatoes. So you put the fat side on the first, and you gotta leave it for at least like 1 to 2 minutes on a medium to low flame. Now it's been a minute, so we're gonna lay the meat down. So now it's been a minute, so we're gonna flip to the other side. Then you're gonna put a butter in the middle just to give some flavor. Usually the lamb cutlets cooks really quick, so and you don't want to cook it to well done. You always keep it medium to medium well. If you don't like it really the pinkish in the middle, you can cook to medium well. But as a chef, I would like to keep it as medium rare. But today I'm cooking in to a medium, so that's like 1 minute on both the sides.
And what's the temperature? How much heat it should be? Maximum heat?
It should be on a medium flame, 1 minute on both the sides. So when you put the meat, when you flip the meat, you just leave it for 1 minute. You don't need to touch it. You don't flip the meat every 10 seconds. So you have to leave the meat 1 minute on the hot grill without touching it, so that it cooks even. Now it's almost more than a minute. So I turn my stove off. The flame is off. So I'm going to leave the cutlet on the flat top for like a couple more minutes to rest it. Make sure when you cook any steak or cutlet, the most important thing is you have to give them a rest. What does it makes is when the meat is rested on for like few minutes, the meats get relaxed, so all the juice will comes out, and when you eat, it won't drips and drool on your plate or on your shirt or anywhere. So you have to, the most important thing, you have to rest them for at least 5 minutes. Then okay, now I've given some good rest. I'm gonna do the plating. I'll use the lemon as a support. These are my favorite thing to eat. No, I love lamb cutlets. Some greens. A lemon on the side, and I'm going to use our homemade mint chutney aioli and as a drizzle on the top. So the tandoori lamb cutlet is ready. Okay, so now I have my little taste tester. She gonna have a piece and she tell how she feeling. Okay, here we go, Aradhana. By this side.
It tastes really good.
Thank you. So thanks for watching, guys. All the quantities and descriptions things will be in the description for you to go through, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao.
Bye.